Hi friends, welcome to Dart and Flutter vocabulary series. Today's word is mixin. So mixin is a type of class in Dart which helps to keep the reusable code across the separate classes. So you might have seen in inheritance we can share the same code shared by the different classes. We abstract it in one class and say and other classes have to subclass it this as a parent class. But in mixins is allows us to share the shared codes or common code across the different classes without being the parent. So as the word says, mixin or mixins, if you can mix and match different code from different classes which has the same functionality. So for example, so how the mixin class is declared first? So we use mixin as a keyword before the shared behavior. Say I'm calling this class as a shared behavior, and we put our shared behavior or common code right here and using the mixin keyword. So all the shared code can go there, but we don't have to inherit this class. So let's see in object-oriented programming manner, let's see how this is being done. So for example, here we have a very typical OO example. So you have a person, and the person there are different type of people which has different kind of occupations like artist, engineer, doctor, and athlete, and sportsman, etc. So the common properties across all these different people is for example their criteria, say age and name, and maybe some behavior like eating and sleeping, like everyone does sleep or eat, and they have age and they have some name. Now they so every these artist, engineer, and doctor and athlete actually inherits this class person. Now there are some functionalities which could be shared across these different kind of people, like artist likes to sketch, and engineer also does some kind of sketching, but the engineer and then doctor may like to read, and while doctor and in this case athlete, and which has a specific class, say boxer, likes to do exercise, and as you can see the boxer has some functionality, maybe he practices punches or he does boxing in the boxing. So these are the features which are shared among few classes or few across few people. So now how would you do in object oriented, like inheritance way? You have an abstract class and put all the features here, and then you have to implement the same functionalities in every class. As if you see here, like not everyone sketches, so I cannot put really sketching here. So but there is feature in Dart which allows to do so much with much more flexibility, which is called mixin. So what we do here so Dart ways of doing this is using mixin. So all these features are created as a mixin classes. So now you see we will have mixin for each of these 4 features. So now let's start with sketching. So in mixin and sketching, as it says, and it has a method say sketch, and what it does, it takes some message and simply prints it just for demonstration, but in real cases it might be doing something more. As the same thing is for reading. So in reading, the default behavior could be the daily reading. They must have some reading practices that they want to do on daily daily routine, and depending on which topic it is, so this print the message daily reading on topics, whatever topic is passed. Now for exercise, there could be 2 things they can share, say running and the weight training. So in running, so for a given mile it prints a message, these many miles is the daily runoff, and for weight training it prints the weight, how much is they are using to train. Now for boxing, as you see, So as you see in here, there's a mixing, boxing on athlete. So not everyone does boxing or practice punches. So we want only bunches or the boxing feature to be mixed with only for athlete class. So any subclass of athlete, in this case boxer, can use this boxing feature, but not any other class. It will give compile time error if you do that. So now now we declare the mix in here. Now how would we use it? So in the artist class, artist is like, first thing is a person, and this, so it extends a person, and with, so the way we use mixin is we use this keyword with. So we extend person with sketching, and now the sketching, so artist probably is sketching landscapes, so it will use the sketch method from sketching mixin and will pass this message which is specific to the artist, like making landscape sketches. So if you see in engineer class, so engineer likes to do sketching and reading. So for sketch buildings, it's private or specific to engineer, and it uses again the common method sketch, but it passes its own message, sketching, engineer, drawing. And it does read some research paper about building construction, and it uses the reading mixing to do so. Now for the doctor, does two things in this case, reading and exercise. So he has a reading for a particular topic, very popular topic these days, the COVID, and it does daily reading for that. Simply again it will print the message. And the workout, he has a specific workout for him. So in like a running, say 1 mile, and weight training for is 10 lbs, for example. Now as you see, the feature which is shared between doctor and athlete is the exercise, but as you see in athlete there's a general routine which is like for minimum they run for 2 miles, and the weight training they do by default by 20 lbs, for example. And now this is the boxer class, which is a subclass of athlete and which uses the boxing. So it does use the punch methods, like these many punches they practice every day, and they customize their own method, like for running 4 mile and weight training 40 lbs, which is specific to the boxer. So as you see, they are actually sharing the same running and weight training which is coming from the exercise mixin. So now you see it's without really inheriting the properties. It's pretty flexible, so anyone who wants to use the shared functionality, they can use it with mixin. However, as you see, the mixin code uses mixin syntax and on for if they want to restrict the usage. So now if you print it, so now I'm showing it the little code snippet how I'm running. So as you see, artist, and simply you can call artist a sketch landscape and sketch building and so on, and this is where all the print comes, all the output comes here. So you can also run this code of your own. So I will be providing this thing in the source code in this article. And so basically what we learned here is inheritance is a type of relationship, like is that they share the common properties, but in mixins is more like you have like a two shared code, but you don't have to implement everything from that interface or the abstract class, and still you can use that code from across the classes. So that's the kind of flexibility you get when you are using mixins. So I could quickly show you the source code file that you will see in GitHub. Okay, so I'm here in my source code in my Android Studio, and you should be this is mixin.dart for the link provided in the article. And as you can see, this is an abstract class with person and has int age and name and to eat and sleep. So as you can see, this is a very traditional object oriented way of in inheritance. And as you see, artist is extending the person but with sketching. And these are the 4 classes I've defined here for this example, and they are the mixins down there. And then the athlete example, and you should be able to run it by just copy pasting this whole class into Dartpad as well. You can run it, you don't have to check out the code in your Android Studio, so you can do it in the provided link for the Dartpad, which is an online editor for the Dart. So that's it for this article. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.